And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Moments away at State Farm Arena. It'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, a win tonight would bring them to 3-0 on the young season. What a start that would be for them. They've looked awfully good in those first two wins. And the trend continues, Shaq. Some first-round rookies being asked to play big roles early on.
You know, player development has changed quite a bit. You know, the organization fans, we want immediate returns now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on these young players, Ernie, when they're coming into the league. Some rise to the occasion, but others fold under the weight of their expectations.
That'll do it for us for now. Thanks a lot for joining us.
.2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. And tonight, our matchup, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those three qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here. Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Atlanta, Collins at power forward with Len at center. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Hunter in at the three, the small forward. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
And it's the Hawks to start out. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Len. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
And it's the Hawks ball to the right side. Takes it from 10. Hunter, no good. Feeds it to Harris. Rejected by Len. Ball's knocked loose. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Young taking his time here. Kicks it out to Collins. Off target from outside. 76ers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And it's Simmons penetrating. Harris. The shot comes out, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Simmons with it, guarded by Hunter. Richardson gets a wide open look. Here's Embiid, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid, because it's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Looking at teams with new coaches, Chris, how long do you think it usually takes a new system to get the kinks out and work properly?
Yeah, hopefully you have veteran players because they can adapt the system a little bit quicker. Younger players, they might not, know the lingo. They might not know necessarily where to be. So you have to practice. And with practice time not being as a premium like it used to be, it's a little tougher. So it takes a while. You want to make sure you kind of look at the season, 82 games. You look at them in 4 20-game stretches, and you hope by that second 20-game stretch, you're into finding your rhythm as a team, and the team's starting to hone in on those little details.
Good perspective.
Even when the D is playing off of them, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Here's Young, and there's the pass to Collins. It's hauled in by Harris.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Young against Simmons. Knocks it loose. Young finds Len. Horford against Collins. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
The first one falls.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And here's Richardson outside. Here's Embiid. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Simmons on the wing. 29 points for him last game against Detroit.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Here's Young following the basket by Al Horford. Young left side. Basket good.
Well, this is what Young can expect. Defenses are going to be physical with him, try to throw him off his game.
In the corner, Horford with it. Jacks up a 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Herter. That one good for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Harris. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home that alley-oop.
Passes it to Len. Here's Herter. Richardson covering. Herter passes to Collins. Back to Herter. The Hawks working the ball around. Young from outside. They get it back. Here's Len. Second chance shot. Good D by Embiid.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Kept alive. Horford goes up again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here is Young, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. And here's Collins from outside. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Horford. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Shots good by Simmons.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 9 points. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from Trae Young. Richardson, good.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Unloads from 13. That one goes in. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Trey Burks checked in for Philadelphia. Good on the second free throw.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark, and Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
Ennis, good.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now, here's Reddish. No points in the game yet for him. Here's the teardrop. Got a piece of it. Here's Burke. Pass to Thibault. From deep. Offensive rebound. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Reddish's shot is good. The 76ers leading by 15. Kicks it to Burke. Pass to Embiid. Another shot. He lays it in. Embiid's got 10.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy. Perfect here in the first quarter.
Burke with it. This one for three. Carter pulls it in.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The pass to Jones. Out left to the wing. Here's Reddish. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Reddish has got his second basket. And the 76ers shooting 45% from the field early. And there's a foul called on Allen Crabbe. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Thibault. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
The 76ers leading by 15. Stolen by Carter. Pass to Parker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Showing great tenacity. I mean, when Parker goes for it like this, the defense feels uneasy.
First trip to the line for him here.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
And he sinks the second. And Jabari Parker last season, outlasting a full year with the Bulls, traded to the Wizards at the deadline.
Yeah, and another change in scenery for Parker, who just can't find the right fit. I mean, you can see the flashes of talent from him, and hopefully he finds a team that is a good match for him long term.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Reddish kicks to Carter. They get the rebound, a second chance effort, and the rejection by Embiid.
Well, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Burke, the pass to Thibault. A three-pointer, no good. He got it up. Oh, he hits it. Oh, how about that shot? Incredible.
Crazy.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, leading by 14. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the three. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the three ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Joel Embiid. Scott is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Thibault in at the two-guard spot. The free throw drops for Embiid. And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
The Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago, 83% on his opportunities.
That's good from Young.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth.
And he can't hit the second. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the #3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
And that one's good. Parker.
The former #2 pick in the 2014 NBA draft, Jabari Parker, is out there to score just like this.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with two big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing a oop, I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. Or playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them, and then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Hunter's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Harris is checked in, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Trae Young.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Burke, the offensive rebound. Scott, good. And the 76ers lead by 18.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Reddish. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Here's Thibault, following the basket by Cam Reddish. Burke finds O'Quinn. Second shot opportunity. No good on that one. Good D by Parker.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
And it's good, 2 points. 13 points for Cam Reddish.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Burke can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Burke with the ball for Philadelphia. They led by as many as 18 points. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Burke. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Scott. Hunter grabs the miss.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the miss from Trae Young. Pass to Harris. Here's Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Parker's got his 4th rebound in this one.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Burke, the pass to Harris. Can they get it? Tries again, and Jones sends it back, and he recovers it. With the fadeaway. Basket made, just his 2nd this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 8 points.
He's not playing around. I mean, he hit the ground running the first quarter, and he's only turned it up in the second.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Well, you look at Tobias Harris. I mean, it's remarkable the way he's improved. His confidence from three-point range, a huge part of it.
Atlanta making some changes. Alex Lenz checked in for Jones. John Collins comes in for Parker. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. Horford dishes to Richardson. Now here is Harris, guarded closely. And here is Horford. 29 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
The Hawks trail by 11. Well, you look at Harris's long-range shooting. Nothing special, Chris, through the first 6 years of his career. But then he turned it around.
Well, Kevin, you know he had laser eye surgery in the summer of 2017. And after that, his shooting improved dramatically. Man, I got to go get surgery now. Anyway, maybe he should be a spokesperson based on how well it worked out for him. That's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
There's the feed to Hunter. And he gets it to go. Hunter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Simmons against Young. Shots good by Simmons.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
And the pass to Herter. To the middle, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Richardson. 9 points last game out. Len passes to Hunter. And stolen by Horford. Now Richardson, 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Horford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Alex Len picks one up.
And yeah, Kevin, and early in his career, Al Horford shoehorned into the center position. A power forward in college, that was his preference. But as you know, the game has changed, and now he's the perfect modern-day center.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Chris, you're about the same size as Horford. If you played today, would you play some at that center position, you think?
Oh, I would love to. It would be easier now. Less giants out there, not as much shot blocking. Back in the day, trying to hold up Shaq, that was no fun.
So Horford gets 2.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Inside, here's Horford. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Horford's got 10 points.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Young drives in. Collins wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
On the wing, Harris. Over Hunter. Offensive rebound. Bank shot. No good. The Hawks trail by 8. Here's Herter. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando. They double him with Simmons. Young passes to Herter. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Simmons finds Harris. Fires from 14. That one misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Len to the inside. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. That one on Harris.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
First free throw is good. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And Chris, as skilled as he is offensively, some overlook Joel Embiid's defensive impact.
Yeah, Kevin, he's the centerpiece of their defense. He's an outstanding rim protector, and he moves great for a player his size.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Simmons after the basket by Atlanta. The baseline J. Len grabs the board. Len's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hunter, no one around him. And the shot is long.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
The Hawks trail by 5. Young outside. He kicks it to Len. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. Passes it to Simmons. Down low, here's Embiid, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young drew eyes, but it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about, Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Alan Crabb, he's checked in for the Hawks. Both good from the line that time.
And guys, this is the formula for winning basketball. Get to the line and bury your free throws. Their percentage right now is terrific.
Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. 1:49 left in the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Simmons pulls it in.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Rejected by Len. Here's Crabb. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. For 3, Richardson. Rebound by the Hawks. Herter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just 1 triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hard to guard Embiid without fouling. He's awesome at forcing the defense's hand. I mean, literally.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Young. He doesn't hit that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. And stolen by Crabb. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Horford. And the call will be against Alex Len. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
That's good from Richardson.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Atlanta making some changes. Parker's checked in for Len. Carter comes in for Alan Crabb. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. And Richardson drops them both.
And doing a good job from the line here in the second quarter.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
To the left side wing. Here's Reddish. Good work defensively by Richardson. The 76ers leading by 5. In the corner, Simmons with it. High post, Embiid. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Pass to Ennis. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 20 points, 13 rebounds, and also 3 steals. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
I mean, he certainly has the touch. For Horford, it's about getting his feet set and shooting the 3 with confidence.
Young outside, pass to Collins. Here's Herter. Richardson covering. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
The 76ers leading by 8. And we've got an update here. So let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Now Simmons, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Horford's shot is good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Young, trying to get open as Len. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut back down now to 10 as they pick up the bucket from Young. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Lobbed up there for Embiid. That shot off, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Huerter, and he banks in the layup. Huerter's got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
It's Richardson on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. No problems knocking that one down. And that's now 9 points for Josh Richardson.
Well, that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Now, here is Young. 13 points in the game. Here's Hunter. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. No good from Simmons.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Young. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 15.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound, Atlanta.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Huerter gets it to go.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 8. And Simmons slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Huerter. He's got 11.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And so here is Philadelphia after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Simmons, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. He's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
And he knocks down the first one.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Damian Jones is checked in for Len. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling up.
Now, here is Young. He's got 15. Puts up a 3. Hunter, no good. And there's the call on Tobias Harris.
Stay here.
That's foul number 2 for him. The Hawks trail by 6. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
The Hawks have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The pass to Harris. Kicks to O'Quinn. 4 on the clock. Here's Simmons. That shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. Herter passes to Jones. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And the 76ers get it back. Now here's Simmons. He's got 11. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Young with the ball. 15 points in the game. Passes to Herter. Outside Collins. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by O'Quinn. And even 3-on-3 break. 16 feet away. Another shot. And Jones sends it back. And they're able to recover. Thibault can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Hunter. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Here's Young. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Pass to O'Quinn. On the wing, Harris buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Young inside, guarded by Simmons. Collins against Scott. Shot clock at 5. Back to Collins. Shoots over Scott. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Collins.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Young with the steal. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And Jones sends it back, but he recovers it. The drive by Simmons, and he comes up with the deuce. Simmons got 16.
Oh, he's a supreme competitor. Simmons, he creates second chance opportunities with his hustle.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Jabari Parker's checked in for Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Allen Crabbe in for Trae Young. And the 76ers also making a change. James Ennis, he'll check in for Harris. Now here's Crabbe. The pass to Reddish. This is to Jones. Clock at 6. Parker outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, Scott, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Scott hits them both. And here is Crabbe. Passes it to Jones. Carter outside. Here's Reddish. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ennis passes to O'Quinn. Here's Simmons. A second chance effort. The shot's good from O'Quinn. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Yeah, second chance points again, a huge problem for this team.
Here's Parker.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Great showing for him last season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Now look, and when Parker's healthy, he's an effective player. He's battled a lot of injuries, and he's still fighting and competing.
Trey Burke's checked in for Philadelphia. That one is no good. It's tipped. The 76ers leading by 11. Now Ennis. Outside, Scott. Pass to O'Quinn. 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Ennis. Over Carter. And he can't bank that one in. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Crabbe. Pass to Parker. To the wing on the left. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Reddish.
This is the attitude Parker plays with, someone who's very willing to give it up to his open guys.
Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by Crabbe. Now here's O'Quinn. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Scott can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And it goes down 2 points. Simmons with it. 16 points for him. There's the pass to Burke. Now here's Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Simmons. From deep three-point range. Can't hit that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good. Alex Len's checked in for Damian Jones. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Burke. And he's good on the second. Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to Embiid. There's a minute 40 left in the third. Richardson outside. Over Reddish. Offensive rebound. Here's Embiid. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
To the inside. Here's Len. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Embiid. Simmons left side. Parker against Richardson. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And he converts the layup. And now a 10-point 76ers lead.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Cram. Reddish dishes to Cram. Len kicks to Carter. A 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the 3-point line.
Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Parker. 7 points in the game. Over to the wing. Crab, that's for 2. Simmons with the defensive effort. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the 76ers. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Scott in at the 3 spot. Now Simmons after the missed 3 from Trae Young.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Crab, no good. Deflects the pass. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Rebound by the Hawks.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Kicks it to Horford. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. And the second free throw, good. Now Richardson. Pass to Horford. Richardson outside. High arcing shot, and it's good on the way up.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
The Hawks trail by 8. And Young, here we go. Here's Len. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. The 76ers leading by 8.
Who's got Simmons?
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And 6'10" Simmons, I mean, he has some insane handles. He's phenomenal at creating for himself.
Young up top, guarded by Simmons, and stolen by Simmons. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The 76ers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson. From the line. Rebound by the Hawks. Parker's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back.
Give him another. Simmons is terrific tonight. He's figuring out ways to light it up.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He told them you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Young passes to Hunter, fires it up, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Harris outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. They'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Now here's Simmons. Knocked away. Young with the steal. And here we go. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, that's the one area where they've had an edge, but they've been outworked in too many other aspects of this game.
One shot.
And that one misses. Philadelphia leading by 9. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. 2 points. That one goes. Harris has got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, he keeps that mid-range jump shot alive. I love seeing Harris utilize this area of the floor.
Now, here is Young. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Fast break, Philadelphia. Simmons is running. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. It's deflected. Fast break, here they come. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Harris.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Here's Simmons. Now the pass to Embiid. Simmons against Young. The drive by Simmons.
It's easy to be in awe of this guy, Kevin. I mean, Simmons, he's just showing superb balance on the drive despite getting hit.
The Hawks trail by 12. Young finds Len. Back to Young. Fires the 3. That shot is off. Simmons with the defensive effort.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Len. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Len. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Harris outside. They grab their own miss. Here's Horford. Len with the block. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. pass to Horford. Over Parker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jabari Parker.
And while Horford can space the floor, I like him getting inside and using his strength to force the issue.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Now, here's Hunter. Parker with the bounce pass. Herter, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one. Philadelphia leading by 10. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Here's Parker following the basket by Al Horford.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Pass to Harris. And stolen by Hunter. And stolen by Simmons. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer for 3. Harris. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Parker's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Herter. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. No good from Simmons. The Hawks trail by 10. Young, right side, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the 4th quarter.
Young against Simmons. Harris looking it over. 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. Harris passes to Simmons. Richardson for 3.
And not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
The Hawks trail by 11. Now, here is Young. To the wing right side. Herter passes to Hunter. And stolen by Simmons. Left side, Harris. 14 feet away. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 29.
But the offensive game of the big fella. I mean, Embiid's game is so polished. That's why you can't let him get hot.
Here's Herter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First free throw is good.
That's what they want to see from him. Attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Collins checked in for Jabari Parker. So he gets them both. The 76ers leading by 11. Richardson outside. Pass to Horford. Outside, Simmons. Back to Horford. And there's the pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 2. Here's Harris. Atlanta with the rebound. Land's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
And here's Harris from the arc. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game. Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Herter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
Yeah, easy call.
And he makes the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers. Richardson with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Harris, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Len, and Embiid with the block. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 19 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And here are the 76ers now. They led by as many as 18 points. Simmons against Young. Goes up the baseline. Tries again. Count that one. And that's 31 points for Joel Embiid.
Sometimes this is all you can do on defense. Embiid is so aggressive and determined near the bucket.
Simmons against Young. Over to the left wing. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Richardson kicks to Horford. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the 76ers.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watch them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Herter, no good. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 14. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Passes it to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Al, did you know you had to bring some extra intensity to this game tonight?
Yeah, I needed to stay aggressive. I've been fighting so hard, here lately on the road, and, for us to get this win, and it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Craig Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.